Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things already rolling. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far...
There's the shot! No, he couldn't get hold of it.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
And once more, he proves rigid and robust. And that's really well manoeuvred. And that's... He's had a shot! Holland! That is brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Inzaghi. Zanetti promptly onto that, and that is that.
Goa really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Inzaghi, played into space. Great vision. Chance for a shot! And that's a good finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Sabah are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
McAllister. Not the most accurate pass. McAllister. Zanetti. Passing is crisp and sharp, and that is expertly dealt with. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Nice-looking ball. Oh, easy pickings there.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed. That's just playing it safe and simple.
The message is clear, none shall pass. And smartly reclaimed. Adriano tries to pass it through. That is a great pick out. That's going to go a long way. That'll be a throw. Drills one in. Deftly away.
There will be one.
It's run loose here. Nicely shaped ball. Aimed beyond. And a chance! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. So your views on the first half?
Goa really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players. Otherwise, this one's as good as done.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And it's McAllister. Ambitious ball here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Threads one in. And that's another good win of the ball. Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Hazard.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Caicedo has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. 60 minutes played. And he is deftly away. Oh, the ball's run loose here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. So Bath definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
That's really well cleared. Yamal is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. A probing pass. Hazard is in a really good position out wide. Looking to play him in. Costa Curta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Nagatomo. That'll be a throw-in.
Substitutions taking place.
Can he get on the end of this? And the shot! And he's stuck it away! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Goa cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
And he's cut it out. Long ball looking to counter.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
He's decent chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. And time is up. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. The end of the game.
Just a quick reminder.
Reflections.
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We're up and running then.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely.
Chance for a shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Goa are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Fenerbahce are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Van Dijk gets it clear. Goa have the chance to go the other way. It's a searching pass. Varane cuts out the pass. Threads one in. There's the shot! And it's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to...
Can he finish? And that's a tidy finish. And again they hit the front. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
It's Vieri! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Neymar plays it short. Goes for a shot! It's their second corner of the game. Neymar goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. No, it's come to nothing. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now, he's got space here. Couch, an individual who's prepared to shoot any time, any place. Oh, that's a key interception. Nicely shaped ball. And he's straight offside. Mateus does really well to win the ball there. That's a shade optimistic. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Ambitious ball here. And he's quick to snatch it back. Vieri! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Nicely weighted ball. He's in a good position here. Adriano unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Fenerbahce have got it back and they'll have another go. Adriano. He's had a shot! And no mistake. And he is just ripping it up. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose.
And that is all they have time for.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Goa claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time.
Substitution for Fenerbahce, number 22, Dirk Kuyt.
So off we go again.
To replace him is number 5.
That's an imaginative pass. Played back into the centre. That is good alertness. Makaleli. David Villa. And here's Osimhen. He's going for goal! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
And that is a little undercooked. Batistuta. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That has been cut short. Cannavaro to Osimhen. Oh, now he can run away with it. Lovely feet. Oh, good-looking ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And this is Adriano. It's a pretty loose pass. A probing pass. Pass somewhat off target. Makaleli. Osimhen makes a dash for it. He's found a way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Spread to the right. David Villa. Brilliantly cut out. Looking to play him in. And this is Adriano. And that pass just didn't quite work. Now it's Osimhen. Oh, that's delightful. Mateus demonstrating his defensive quality there. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That's a sharp pass. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Substitution.
Goa choosing to make the first change. And it's Batistuta. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go? Oh, the ball's come loose here. Looking for the run, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Oh, Red, nice interception. Played into space. Oh, that's clever. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Rijkaard. Look where it came from. He's found space here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Just 5 minutes left.
Villa really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
No, that's been intercepted.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Can he get on the end of this? He's in a great position here. Now it's Rashford. There's the header! It's loose. In he goes again. And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't... Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome.
Smoking is only permitted in designated
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for.